Hey friends, welcome. If you are new here, my name is Katrina. I am a pregnant mom. I have a little toddler who is going to be 2 at the beginning of the year. She's gonna be 2. I'm a stay-at-home mom. I have a husband. His name is Nick. And this video is going to be all about the food that I make my family in the month of November. So it's going to be very similar to a use it up challenge, a freezer pantry challenge, whatever you want to call those. But I am going to still purchase things. So it won't be for getting rid of everything that I have in my pantry and in my freezer. What's going on here? It's going to be about just using up stuff that I have wisely and seeing how cheap I can get through the month of November. Today is November 1st. You won't be seeing this until December, so I can show you a whole month's snippet. The only things that I know that we're doing that are going to be extra food-wise is we are hosting Friendsgiving, so we're going to have some friends over for Thanksgiving, and I need to bring a side dish and a dessert to my family's Thanksgiving. So I am hoping that those will be the only other big things, but I will show you all of our groceries that I buy throughout this whole month and the prices, and I will show you a handful of dinners or whatever that I'm making to use up some of the items that we have in our house. And I figured I would show you our freezers and pantries now so you guys can see how empty we can get them. But again, it is about just feeding my family as cheap as I can, not necessarily using everything out of my freezer and pantry. So let me show you what we have. So here is our top freezer. It is nasty dirty in here, which is another reason why I want to do this, so that I can get it relatively empty, so I can scrub it all out, because it needs a good scrubbing. We've got some frozen veggies. Obviously, you can see some tortellini. We just got back from Disney, so we always buy a bunch of our favorite cookies down there and freeze them. Some meats, a banana, some blueberries over here. Kind of just a odd amount of stuff in here that we need to work through. This is the older stuff, so I want to use this up first. And then this whole container is all breakfast sandwiches, so that we will fly through. I have no worries about that basket. But this is the top freezer. And here is our big chest freezer, which is basically empty. So this will be really easy to empty. What do we have down here? I think those are raviolis, a double pack of raviolis, some Uncrustables, some broccoli and cheese stuffed chicken, there we go. A loaf of bread, and then the rest of that is chicken breast. I think it's just chicken breast, actually. Yeah. Some chicken breast containers. Got ham, turkey, and then 2 things of ground turkey. So this will be able to get unplugged really soon, probably a week, because I want to focus on using up what we have for the first part of the month, and then we will buy things to fill in as needed. And I thought I would just show you really quickly the refrigerator. It's not empty by any means, but it's definitely not jam-packed. One of those 18 counts of eggs is almost empty. I probably could toss it and just have a couple eggs sitting on the other one. We have a lot of drinks right now. I am not feeling great, so I have been hydrating with more than just water to try and feel a little better. Amelia pouches, because if you know, you know. That's all my toddler wants to eat. We've got some onions and a bag of salad on this side, and a handful of grapes and apples on that side. Our cheese drawer broke, so I need to get a basket to contain this mess, but it's a little bit of sliced cheese, some turkey and cheese sticks mostly, one random yogurt back there. I took out this sauce last night in prep for making dinner tonight, which I will show you. So that's meat sauce that was in my freezer. But I just wanted to show you it's not crazy full in there. And the pantry is always a hot mess, which I will probably go through and organize this. So yeah, I will. Before I even explain what's in here, I'm going to organize this. So let me do this real quick. So I'm not going to lie, I didn't even touch that top shelf, and I don't plan on it. I just realized it now, and I'm not going to. That's just our baking stuff. This is, like, these two baskets are snacks, more like Nick and Katrina snacks, like trail mix, that's too hard for Amelia, and then we have popcorn, a lot of popcorn in here. The veggie straws she can have, I just didn't have enough room on her shelf. Then I have rice, pastas, and like dried potatoes and things like that. The next shelf is all my canned stuff. This is like the miscellaneous row. I didn't have enough room for that one more can of corn. Yep, apparently bought too much corn. I'm realizing that. I'm seeing that now. So this row is all corn. So we're a lot of corn in our future. White beans, black beans, red beans. We eat a lot of chili this time of year, so that's not really that crazy. In my chili, I do 2 cans of black beans, white, dark, and corn. And if I'm making a bigger batch, I'll do 2, 2, and 2. So, and then I just put the jellies just because I had a little more room. They could go down here. It doesn't really matter. But jellies and pickles. And then a bunch of ramen. 2 cans of soup. And then some like pad thai noodles back there. This is kind of like the condiments. So like I said, the jellies could have gone down here. No issues. Just sauces, ketchups, peanut butter, dressings, that kind of stuff. This shelf was looking much better until I remembered the veggie straws. I had them on a shelf near my washer and dryer because they did not all fit in here. But now that I moved some stuff around, they fit. Just not as pretty. So this is Amelia's snack pile, her go-to snacks. She will tell me what she wants, so I put all of her stuff on a lower shelf so she can grab it. And then this is really nothing. I have that big bag of baking soda. I have 2 things of oil, a bag of raisins, a half a box of K-Cups, and then wine that won't get drunk for a very long time, and hot chocolate and coffee filters. So this is all just like backup stuff. So that shelf probably won't look too different. Maybe the K-Cups by the end of the month. But this is the pantry. Thanks for motivating me to clean it. I appreciate you guys. So I'm sure when I told you guys I took out meat sauce from my freezer, you guys assumed I'm making something to do with Italian food. So I've got a pot of water coming up to a boil, and I'm just gonna make some baked pasta. So I'm just gonna mix the sauce with a pound of rotini, top it with some cheese, and I just forgot to take it out, but I have this half a bag of spinach that I will mix in. Voila, dinner is done. I used some stuff out of the pantry and freezer, so that's awesome. And then while I was organizing, I found these little muffins that we'll do with breakfast with some fruit tomorrow. So win-win-win with all these goodies. So this kind of worked out perfectly. This much wouldn't fit in my casserole dish, which is perfect because that's like just enough for me for dinner. And I'm the only one home tonight, so I was just making this because it sounded delicious. But I will just cling wrap this, put it in the fridge, and Nick and I can have it baked tomorrow. And Amelia, obviously, we will all eat it tomorrow for lunch. And that will be a good little meal prep for a couple days. So I'm excited that I didn't have to bake this. for just myself, and I cannot wait to eat this. It smells so good. All right, it's a new day. My plan of attack for today's meal, there we go, I can come up with words, is I'm gonna throw some chicken in my crock pot and get that going. I'm gonna just season it very simply. Garlic, onion powder, salt, pepper. Very, very simple, because I'm going to use this Thai almond sauce that's been sitting in my pantry for a while. That needs to get used up, so it's out of there since apparently it sounded good in the store, but it's been in my pantry for a while, so hopefully it does taste good. I'm gonna dump that all over the cooked chicken. When it's done, I'm gonna pair that with some steamed rice and some veggies from the freezer. That's gonna be the meal. I'm gonna meal prep it so that it's all set for lunches for Nick for the rest of the week. And I'll show you the finished product, but I just wanted to jump on and let you know that it's using up this pantry staple, some rice, frozen chicken, and frozen veggies. And I just wanted to show you the finished product, if you will, of these dinners. I used up that Thai almond sauce. I have my chicken, some veggies, and rice. 4 for meal preps or whatever later, and then 1 for myself for dinner. All right, this is the first grocery haul for November. Nice and small. I'm very impressed that I stuck to the list, and I only spent $22.48. So this is the haul. Let's dive in. Strawberries, blueberries, bananas. Amelia is a fruit snacking kind of lady, so I need to keep some stuff on hand for her to eat. Nick made some stuff for a Halloween party, but he didn't end up needing one of the blocks of cream cheese that he got, so I figured I would pick up some bagels and we could have eggs and split bagel and have some cream cheese on them. Sliced cheese for sandwiches. I have more deli meat in the freezer, more bread in the freezer, lettuce for the sandwiches, and lettuce for one of the meals I want to make. 4 cans of their version of Rotel, so the tomatoes with the green chilies, milk, and coffee creamer. Coffee creamer was the biggest thing that we needed to get. We have probably tomorrow left of coffee creamer, and if you know, you know, you need your cup of coffee in the morning. Alrighty, so I made up some shells and cheese, which is just Market Basket's brand of Kraft Mac. I cut up some hot dogs that were in our freezer, and I dumped in a can of corn for Amelia's dinner. Nick said that he grew up eating hot dogs and mac and cheese like this all the time. I never did. So I'm curious if she will like it. If not, I know Nick will want to eat it for dinner for nostalgia. But I'm hoping she will snack on this, because this will be plenty of portions. I might even freeze half of it. All right, here's another dinner. I'm making what I call my Mexican casserole. I normally throw a bell pepper in this, but because I'm trying to use up what we have, I wasn't going to buy a bell pepper just for this. So I ended up getting diced tomatoes with the peppers in it, the green chilies. So it added a little green because I don't have the pepper. I decided I would use up this cauliflower rice in it. So what it is it's rice, corn, tomatoes or salsa, onions, normally, like I said, a bell pepper, some type of beans. I have a lot of white beans, so I want to use a can of that to use that up. You don't have to use ground meat if you don't want to. I am, because I have it. But if you didn't want to do that, you could easily just do another can of beans. I'm going to mix in the riced cauliflower. You put it all in a casserole dish after you cook the meat and you cook the rice. Top it with cheese, and you just let the cheese brown in the oven. So I'm going to get this going, and then I'll show you a little bit more in depth of a step-by-step. So in my pot here, I only did it in a pot just because I need a mixing vessel after, so you're more than welcome to dirty a bowl if you would like, but I just figured this pot would work for me. I have my onions cooking, my meat cooking. I threw in some garlic and some taco seasoning in here. And then in the microwave, I have my rice, just cooking it according to the directions on the box. And once all of this is done, you're just gonna combine it all. So the beans, the tomatoes, the corn, the rice. I'm throwing in rice cauliflower. You're gonna mix it all up and then dump it in a casserole dish. I have just dumped it in my casserole dish. I added a lot more seasoning. You can add whatever kind of seasoning strikes your fancy. If you like it spicy, I would put some like cumin or some chili powder, but this is going to be shared with our almost 2-year-old, so we keep it a little on the mild side for her. So I just did taco seasoning and onion powder, garlic powder, oregano, salt, pepper. But I ended up adding another can of the tomatoes and green chilies. I didn't think it had enough tomatoes, so this is 2 cans of tomatoes, a can of beans, a can of corn, a pound of ground meat, a package of rice cauliflower, and a cup of rice. So this is a lot of goodies up in here. Some good food. I am making this ahead of time, so right before it goes in the oven, I'm going to top it with cheese. The only reason why I'm not doing it now is because my cheese is frozen, so it's sitting on the counter until we are ready to put this in the oven. And it's like 350 for like a half an hour, 40 minutes. You're basically just making sure that the cheese is melted because everything in here is already cooked. So just keep an eye on your cheese and make sure you don't burn it. Future Katrina, editing Katrina, whomever you would like to refer to me as, can't find or didn't record, I'm not sure, what that Mexican casserole looked like when it was done. So we're just going to imagine right now. So close your eyes, imagine with me. It covered with cheese, like a Colby Jack or a sharp cheddar, delicious. Cover it with cheese, pop it in the oven until it's golden brown. Pull it out, scoop it in a bowl is how I normally do it. A little dash of hot sauce or sour cream or guacamole, anything you would put on like a burrito bowl. Delicious with lettuce, all of that goodness. So just close your eyes, imagine what I just said, and that's what we had for dinner. So to make Amelia's, I call baby trail mix, I mixed together some raisins, these yogurt bites, whatever flavor you want. They have some that are made with veggies as well. I normally get those ones, but this is what I was able to find when I went shopping previously. This, I had it in my pantry. I didn't buy anything for this. Peaches or any freeze-dried fruit, peanut butter bites, and Cheerios. I'm gonna mix this all up and she'll have a nice little trail mix for snacking. And this is what it looks like when it's all said and done. You just mix it all up like you would trail mix. I had too much to fit in my jar, so I have a baggie ready for the diaper bag. And I even gave Amelia a little scoop to go with her dinner. Hercules better not be eating it. Get out of here. Get out of here. Can you show the people? Is it yummy? Can you eat it? Oh, so yummy. So I was at Target because I was finishing up some Christmas shopping, fun stuff, and I needed a few items for the house. I kind of wish I had had enough energy slash time, mostly energy, to go someplace else because this tiny little bit of groceries cost me $25.15. That is insane. Absolutely insane. Target groceries are way, way, way too expensive. But I knew that going into it. I just needed to get done when I needed to get done. So 2 packs of strawberries, a big thing of creamer, gallon of milk, a thing of bread, and an 18 count of eggs. This is the second grocery trip. So I took out some barbecue pork from my freezer to make some barbecue pork chili. So I have, I don't know, a pound or so of barbecue shredded pork. I have 2 cans of white beans, black beans, red beans, 2 cans of corn, 2 cans of tomatoes with the green chilies, a red onion, and I threw in some barbecue sauce and some ranch seasoning, then like typical like chili seasoning to go with this. So I have that going for dinner tonight. And then over here, I have my bread machine going so that we can stop buying bread and use up some of the odds and ends that we have. Not that we will stop buying bread totally, but just using up some stuff, and it's cheaper, tastes better. I'm telling myself it's better for me. So here's our loaf of bread. We have an ugly spot, but that's okay. I could have just fixed it before I proofed, but I didn't feel like getting my hands all floury and yucky. And I'm sure it's delicious. I've made this bread before, and this chili is phenomenal. I'm so glad I made this. Hey friends, so I have no idea if this is going to taste good or not. I hope it does. I hope it works. I hope it's delicious. I have like the remnants of a Nutella jar, and I've seen people doing this before where they brew their morning coffee into it. I'm gonna do some espresso and make a Nutella latte. I hope it's delicious. I just wanted to share it with you in case it is delicious. I'll let you know once it's made. You watching it? Yeah, we can't touch it because it's gonna be hot. Oh, look at that fun lighting. We're in a different room now. That coffee was fantastic. 100% recommend doing that. I don't recommend brewing it into the container of the Nutella like I did. That wasn't very smart, and I realized it after the fact. But I would brew it, like take a scoop of Nutella and then brew it into like a whatever coffee cup you planned on drinking it out of, a safe one, not a flimsy plastic one like I did. Mix it all up so it melts. It was so good, guys. If you like Nutella and coffee, you have to try it. And if you try it, please let me know in the comments what you think, because I think it was fantastic. So I have some odds and ends in my refrigerator right now. I have 2 different types of like Chinese chicken. To be honest, I don't remember what the marinades technical names were, but we had ramen with it, and we had too much of each kind. So I'm gonna make some fried rice. I had half an onion, so I chopped that up. About half to a third of a bag of peas and carrots, some soy sauce, and some garlic. And in my microwave, I already have my rice going. So I'm just gonna chop this all up, saute the veggies, throw in the rice, and season to how I want. But I'm hoping this is delicious because I am super hungry. All right, guys, in true Katrina fashion, I forgot to show you guys. I was starving, I told you that, so I was focused on eating and not sharing. I'm gonna have these leftovers. It's actually the next day, but I'm gonna warm these up and have these leftovers for dinner. This was delicious, and Amelia ate 2 helpings of it. She thought it was so good. Picked out all the onions and ate those first, which I thought was very funny, but delicious. All right, guys, I'm not gonna lie. This is starting to become unfun. Our pantry is very empty. No good snacks left. And our big freezer, like our big chest freezer, is completely empty. So we had to go and get some more snack-like stuff. We still have milk and we still have creamer, so I didn't grab those. Those are normally the things that we have to go back for. Cheese, bananas, blueberries. 2 of them, they were on sale. Sliced cheese, because I have deli meat that I'm going to take out of the freezer. Eggs. Yogurt pouches for the man, and a big thing of grapes. So this was the haul. $31.33 was how much we spent. All right, friends, I know the last thing you saw was another grocery haul. We have been still eating out from our freezer and our pantry. I made a soup and I made some chicken curry, using up some odds and ends. But this is our haul for Thanksgiving, like I told you. we are hosting, so we had to get some stuff that we were making to obviously have so that we could have friends over and everything. So I'm going to start with the Thanksgiving stuff and then a couple of things that we got just to eat throughout the week. So obviously, big old turkey. Got 2 packs of butter or 2 pounds of butter. A ham. Nick is making a sausage stuffing. Potatoes. He's making a mac and cheese, so he got sharp cheddar, Monterey Jack, and Parmesan. We're going to do a veggie plate. So we have garlic hummus, and the sour cream is for a ranch dip I'm going to make. And if there's any left over, we'll just plop it right in those mashed potatoes. Some whipped topping for our dessert. Gallon of milk for mac and cheese and potatoes. The elbow macaroni. Celery and carrots to go in our stuffing and our veggie plate. 2 pumpkin pies, and that was for our portion of Thanksgiving. Then for the week, some bagels, another 12 eggs, some frozen veggies because we're running really low on those, green beans and mixed veggies, some yogurt. I've been missing it, so we got peach, blueberry, cherry, and strawberry, cream cheese for our bagels, a bunch of bananas. These are the best cookies ever, in my opinion. And then this caught both of our eyes. Turkey cranberry ravioli. So we'll have these for a lunch or something, but it just sounded really good and we wanted to try it. And all of this was $97.67. So for a week of groceries and Thanksgiving, I think that's a screaming deal. Thank you so much, Aldi's. All right, so I did not film this last tiny little bit of groceries that I made Nick go get because I was having a crazy pregnancy craving. I needed cereal. I just needed it. So I had him get a couple things just to make the rest of the month smoother, easier, whatever. So a gallon of milk to go with my cereal, creamer, cereal, rice, and bananas. He got those items for $14.45. So that was another haul that I just didn't film it because the second he got home, I grabbed the cereal and the milk and I ran away like a pregnant gremlin. But now that I've shared that with you, let's go on a little tour of my house, my pantry, my refrigerators, those things, so you can see how much we used up. I'm pretty impressed. We still have some leftovers from our Friendsgiving, but those will be gone really soon, probably tomorrow. We haven't had lunch yet today, and we really love Thanksgiving, so we have been having it for basically breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So I know I said that the big freezer over here is empty. It is, but I wanted to show you the top freezer. It kind of looks full, but it's really not. All of these bags here are our turkey carcass from Thanksgiving and the veggies that we used. I just don't need a stock yet, so I'm not making it. But when I do, all of that will be gone and we'll have some stock. That Cool Whip container is almost empty. Half a bag of cheese, some ice cream from Thanksgiving. We have some chicken up here, ground chicken, a marinated chicken, some stuffed chicken, and then plain chicken breast. 4 bags of veggies. Ooh. I got right here cleaned. I gotta apparently go a little farther. I didn't notice that. Oh boy. Clean your freezers, I guess. 2 partial bags of veggies. A cheese rind from Thanksgiving. I'm gonna throw it in marinara when I make some marinara. A couple bags of Uncrustables, and then Mama chocolate because my birthday is in November, so I had some people give me some chocolate and some homemade bread for toast. That's what we have left in here. And we had our Friendsgiving, so we do have a lot of leftovers, so I'm not going to do a grocery trip for a couple more days. But we had it significantly later, so it's not like the stuff is bad or anything. We didn't do it on Thanksgiving, so the stuff is still good. but our Thanksgiving leftovers is pretty much everything here. And this is the turkey. We've got some cheese sticks, a package of raviolis, partial pies, some ham because we also did that on Thanksgiving, some eggs, a bag of onions, and then just condiments on the door like normal. But in like a day or two, these leftovers will all be gone because they're all like half containers. And barely any milk. You can't even see it. It's got like an Amelia glass worth left. But again, once the leftovers are gone, which was just this stack here, it'll be very empty in here. So I'm very impressed with us for using up the freezer and fridge stuff. And this is our pantry. The top shelf there could get organized and that flour could very easily fit up there, but didn't feel like squishing with it and fighting with it. Not a lot of pasta or products like that, like the potatoes we used up a lot. 3 boxes of pasta and some potatoes. We did get more rice. Amelia's really into rice. So this container was full at the beginning of this and we're ending it full because we went through all of it and Amelia really, really likes rice right now. These are just some granola bars, and again, it was my birthday, so I had to get some Taco Bell because that's my favorite. Crackers. This shelf is doing much better. This is actually an Amelia snack, so that should be down there. But instead of, I don't know, 1,000 cans, we have this many. It's less, it's significantly less. A lot less ramen. Our condiment shelf, which I didn't think was going to take a big hit, did not, so that's okay. Use up some more as we go. And down here took the biggest hit. This is Amelia's snacks. We have not even a full basket of snacks for her. I could easily fit this, the dried fruit box, all of that in here, and these in here and have no issues. So again, we could squish this down to make it look even less. And then the bottom shelf is still just my backups. I ended up using up the partial oil jug, but that was it from down there, and my K-cups. But everything else is looking a lot better. We used up a fair amount of stuff for a not use it all up, just focus from what we have in our house and only buy what we need to make our food. So I don't know about you, but I feel like we did a really good job and we got rid of a lot of stuff in our house, not to the point where it's needing like a massive rehaul or stock up haul, whatever, but using up what we have to make sure nothing goes bad and spending as little as possible, but still eating what we want. I also realized during this challenge that we went out to eat a lot less than normal, which was awesome. We got takeout twice, and then we went out on my birthday. So that's significantly less than normal. So I'm pretty impressed with that. But total for the month of November for feeding my family of 3 with what we had in our house was $191.08. If you divide that by 4 grocery hauls, which is how many I normally do in a month, that would have been $47.77. And this is about $270 less than not my normal groceries. So I'm pretty impressed that I saved about $300. $270 is awesome, especially going into Christmas. You gotta save your pennies where you can. So again, thank you so much. These challenges are always fun to do to make sure that you're using up what you have. I know this one wasn't a full-on freezer pantry challenge where you buy nothing and you just use up what you have, but I did get a lot of stuff used up. So I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks so much for hanging out. Bye.